Hello, in this video you'll learn how to create a pivot chart and apply to it different formatting options. In our previous video, we explored how to create a pivot table. So we can safely say that pivot tables are an effective way of taking a huge amount of data and summarizing it. We need to receive such a result. Let's back to our pivot table and remove one field, department. The easiest way is just to dislocate the field to the left. The following step is to create a pivot chart. In order to do this, we click somewhere within the range of our pivot table and click on the Insert tab on the ribbon and choose Pivot Chart. Okay. There is a proviso to interject here. We have another way to create a pivot chart. Let's activate our original table. Set the cursor anywhere within the range and click on the Insert tab on the ribbon and choose Pivot Chart menu. Now notice that there is a drop-down menu which contains two options, Pivot Chart or Pivot Chart and Pivot Table. It means that there is a possibility to create a pivot chart together with a pivot table as well. So you can either insert a pivot table pivot chart like that, or you can go to an existing pivot table and insert a pivot chart. So there is our pivot chart, which is connected to a pivot table. Any changes you can do in the pivot table will be reflected into the pivot chart and vice versa. Also, we can create multiple pivot charts all linked to the same pivot table. For example, let's create a new pie chart. To do it, set a cursor within the range of the pivot table, click on the Insert tab on the ribbon, choose Pivot Chart, Pie. Okay. Let's delete from the months field such months as April, May, June, July. At once, our changing has been in the Power Table and Power Charts. Now, let's see which parameters of the pivot chart we can change. If we click on the pivot chart, we can see the plus sign. If we activated it, we can add or delete the elements of the chart. For instance, to add a new title chart, choose the element Chart Title. After that, just type in the formula bar equal and click on whichever cell you want to be the new title. For example, we can click on the sum of sales name and the pivot chart automatically reflects our new title. Or if we want to add a data label, we just tick mark it here. We can automatically select where we want it. Let's situate a legend. On the top, for example. Then we delete green line and vertical values axis. Select and delete. If I want to delete one or more filled buttons on our pivot chart, we use the Analyze tab on the ribbon and choose Filled Buttons, and for example, Hide All command. Let's go to more options. We can also directly format by right mouse clicking on. For example, we have different options depending on the elements that we select. Let's change our text, for example, bold, and increase our font. I'd like to finish by saying that creating pivot tables and pivot charts are actually quite easily and effectively, and I'm pretty sure you will find it highly rewarding. I hope you've acquired more proficiency and confidence in Microsoft Excel. If you love this video, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for your watching.